So we've been using these questions a lot, not only with my wife, because they're not necessarily romantic questions. They can be used to engage anyone that you're developing a relationship with. Use them with our daughter, and she uses them with us, right? It's how we engage and continue to build up our relationships up. I wanted to go into and transition to another great reason why I like and love this book. It's that it's not just a niche book, and it's important to have niche books where we're just talking about how to solve a certain kind of problem, or whether if it's just about a communication thing, or life inside the bedroom, or love life. But this is kind of an all-encompassing thing, and it talks about some factors that are not always seen. Like for example, health, right? They have a good section there on how to empower yourself through healthy living and healthy dieting, exercise, so that way you have the energy to make the kind of love you want to make, and also outside the bedroom to go on adventures, go on vacations, and enjoy yourself, not just having to sit on the couch or just sit on the beach, unless that's what you want to do. But you can go out windsurfing because you have the energy and the strength to do so, the athleticism and all that, and of course you have the sex appeal when you look great, of course, and you look fantastic. They talk about your finances, right? Finances is like in the top 3 reasons why marriages end up in divorce, is because people argue so much over money. And so they show you some way to structure your finances so that you can have that cash flow going in your life, and that money's not a problem, it's not a thing, and you can focus on each other as opposed to always fighting off these the bills and all that and whatnot, and that you can be living the life of your dreams, of your relationship dreams, and not letting outside forces like something like money shouldn't get in the way of our relationship. And when we think about money in relationships, it's just we don't want it to even come close or touch it, because love is sacred, and money's a tool to enhance and to grow our marriages and our relationships. But with or without it, I mean, obviously we need it, but with or without it, we can still have love. And but with it, it gives a lot of certainty for that peace of mind to flow and our hearts to be open and not be in scarcity, trying to get to those ultimate levels of romance. So they talk about that, and then here's the big kicker here of the 3 values that they kind of espouse with the health and the finances, is spiritual growth. And I love that, because a lot of relationship books don't touch upon spiritual growth. I know Christine and I would be nowhere without Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and to point couples in the directions of to God, I think is a beautiful aspect, and it encourages me and emboldens me to go out there and to inspire others to do the same. And whether we end up in the same place or not, but to encourage seeking the truth and seeking ultimate fulfillment through our higher Creator and our higher power, God. So that was beautiful, and that was great. You don't see that much in the secular world, and obviously Christian books and literature is, and that's what it's always about, putting God first and foremost. So that's really good. They talk about disappearing fear in chapter 7, and this is hugely important, especially for guys, for men. We are the prototypically or archetypal. We're the protectors. We're strong. We have to be tough and stoic. But we also are not just always warriors all the time. We're also lovers. And so there's a time for us to express our vulnerabilities with our partner, right? Because the more we kind of get together, right, the happier we'll be. But when we're not being transparent and sharing what our hurts are, there's no room for growth. Nothing gets better until we admit something is wrong, or that we made a mistake, or this is what I'm scared or fearful about. Give your partner an opportunity to serve you, an opportunity to hit a home run by saying, hey, this is what I'm having challenges with. And more likely than not, if it's the partner that's meant for you, he or she is going to deliver, step up, or at least you guys can do it together, and you can do life together. And that's what this life and this book is about. It's about doing life together and co-creating a life together, and making the best life possible. So that's a beautiful thing, sharing the vulnerability, and then also grace, right? We all need some grace in our lives. We need grace for ourselves. We need grace for others. So when we are tried with a challenging time and we're scared and we're fearful, we got to remember that, you know, there's something bigger at play here, not to be stressed out, that you know, great grace will come through. And so yeah, to dispel the fear, because fear is crippling. You know, if you have lack of money or you're sick or whatever it is, you're going to be fearful. And we, even when we have those challenges, we can still have grace in our lives. That's just a free gift from God. So let's receive that and give it to ourselves and give it to others. Last but not least here, this chapter 8 was the Grand Slam, and they really drove it home. The first initial part of the chapter talked about something cultivating that I want to cultivate, because I'm kind of a very structured person, and I'm very consistent. But sometimes when you're so consistent, you don't have a lot of variety. But what creates the variety and the fun and the passion and the play is curiosity. And curiosity for life, curiosity about yourself and the way you do things, or why. And also, more importantly, as pertaining to the book itself and to our relationships, is curiosity about our significant other, right? Having the spousal knowledge about them and not thinking that you have them all figured out, right? You might know some things about them, but there's always more. They're an unlimited being that is has endless potential and endless ability to grow. So there's no stopping. It's just, you can just grow deeper and deeper and deeper in love, right? How deep is your love? And that, asking that question, right? That's an interesting thing. But to get curious about your partner, and especially as you guys are ever evolving and experiencing life on this, becoming a new power couple, this journey of personal growth, there's always something new around the corner that's exciting. So let's be curious to see what that is, and so that we can surprise our partners with that, or just walk in wonderment and awe of life, because it's a beautiful thing. And if we think we have it figured out sometimes, we might know what things that work, and we'll do those things until they work no more, and some things will just continue to work all the way through. But we want to continue enhancing our lives, and the only way to do that is to use curiosity. But last but not least, the greatest of them all, going back to that Grand Slam, the slam dunk, the home run, the touchdown, is their vision designing formula. So again, it's about doing things together, the we, not me, and they have this formula that you kind of plug in your answers to. You have to do a little bit of thinking, a little bit of communication with your partner, and you come up with a compelling future for your lives together that you've designed. And going back, when you dispel the fears, you have your health, your finances in check, right? You know what, pitfalls and ditches and traps to avoid. When you have all that cleared out of the way, now you can set this big, super fancy, elaborate vision for yourself, but it's really concise, and to make it super simple so that you can execute it. And so when you go on to that journey, you know how to get through the inevitable obstacles that are going to come your way, because you have the vision and you know exactly what you're about. You know your purpose, so that you can continue to fight the good fight and win the battles, and that you come out of life victorious, and you end up designing an abundant life and relationship that lasts forever. So this is the new Power Couple book. Jocelyn and Aaron Freeman. Again, I highly recommend it, and hope you enjoy reading the book. Until next time, I'm Xavier Garcia. Peace, and of course, love with freedom. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.